Hi everyone, this is Phyllis Nasuna once again. Welcome back to the last conversations. It's been a while, but so much has been going on, so we apologize. But we are so happy to be here again. Today, guys, today the 15th of September, it's Afro Day, World Afro Day. So for all my girls out there with natural hair and the guys, let's put those afros out and show off. All those pictures you've been keeping in your gallery,
we have an excuse to put them out.
Yeah, but we are so excited. We have a vista! Yay! Yeah, so today we are going to be having a really very intimate conversation for people who like growth and learning. It's going to be really amazing. So we are going to be talking about the evolution of education or learning, how learning is transitioning from the known classroom kind of thing to now people are trying to be innovative and trying to see that children or students keep learning, even those who are out of school. I've had people learning from YouTube, mothers learning how to bake, to cut some costs on their children's birthdays. Let's get right into it. Once again, I'm Phyllis. For me, I think I'll be mostly speaking from the perspective of how things were when I was in school. I still haven't finished the journey, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a big gap, yeah? But also as someone who is passionate about early childhood education and how it really influences the growth of an individual. Yeah, so on my left.
Yes, thank you so much, Phyllis. Hi, guys. I'm so happy to be here on the last conversations. My name is Shiba, and I'm a tech educator. I'm a conspirator for women in technology. I also develop curriculums for students and schools. So I'm really very big on this topic, and also
The goat, she's the goat.
yeah, like this is so dear to my heart. So I'm very excited to have this conversation. And I'm going to be speaking from a perspective of an instructor, an educator, and I really advocate for good learning. Yeah, so let's get into this conversation.
Right, and on my right,
I'm called Sabrina Atwine. Hi, I forgot to say hi. Yeah, I'm called Sabrina Atwine, and don't mind my vein. It always comes out when I'm super excited, and right now I am. So today I'm going to be speaking as on the perspective of a student, because I'm a student, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm also going to be
lawyer.
Yeah.
Students, yeah. Cancer Sabrina.
Okay, enough. Yeah, and then also I'll be speaking as a change maker, particularly one who is coming up with edtech solutions. Yeah, so super excited to be here and
interesting.
Enjoy.
So while we talk, we are going to be, like I said, today is Afro Day. Yes. So as Beauty Bloom, we put together something. You see, Sabrina has her look already out.
yeah.
So they'll be undoing my hair. Yeah, so let's get right into it.
Yeah, so yesterday we did some straws with Phyllis and I, and what we are basically going to be doing is undoing them and tell them what happens after undoing them.
Yeah, so really the idea is, first of all, I really wanted to chop off the tips because they were very they were not neat, like they would tangle a lot. Yeah, and damaged a bit. So one of the ways I saw is you do thread and then the tip you chop off, but also it's a way of straightening your hair to bring up that pop afro that looks nice and it's so shiny, just like Sabrina's. So let's wait and see how it comes out. I don't know really
The before.
how it will come out, but I'm excited about this. Yeah.
This is my first time doing this, so I'm just winging it.
So basically, one thing I actually love about this is that most times we prefer going for blow dries, and they tell us that that's like the better way for natural haired people to actually straighten their hair, like when it's all like packed when you wash, you know, African hair shrinks. But then I just realized we actually don't need that, because the heat is not healthy to the what? To the hair.
Oh my god, I hate dryers. Nightmare.
Yeah.
Nightmare. There's someone who made a joke that like, how do women still keep functioning after their brains being exposed to all that heat? Like, how do we do it even? And the other thing I also got that is interesting about these threads, it's actually from like ancient days. Women used to use
the
thread.
Bantu knots.
They originate from really a long time ago. And also like slaves used to like plait their hair, but this the plaits used to turn out they used to create maps, which then would they would focus on to create escape routes or communicate escape routes to their slaves. Check out my blogs by the way this evening. Don't forget. Yes, sir.
So I think we should just get into the conversation. So I think I'll start with the student perspective. Looking at, of course, COVID-19 and the evolution it has brought in the education sector. Because, oh my God, how am I going to talk while cutting? I feel like I'm forgetting to multitask. I think let me just talk. So basically, we are all used to being in class, teachers, blackboards, and all that. But recently, I think like yesterday, something happened in my life during online tests, because we are doing online tests at my university, and I had to like sit and think about the education sector and where it's coming from, and I'm like, oh my God, actually online learning could be something that Uganda would actually embrace, and the education sector in Uganda at large, because I felt so challenged. At first, when they told us that we are going to study online, the excitement, oh my God, we are going to do open book, I'm going to be having textbooks. It was just about that, like feeling, okay, I don't have to struggle, because they upload the question at 9 and you have to submit at 6:05 there. So really, there's no like panic of me spending winter time reading and all that. And usually that time, it's cram work.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're just cramming everything. But yesterday, for the first time, I felt like I was a law student. They brought this question and I had like all the resources with me, textbooks, I had the internet and all that. And it was more about critical thinking and less of like the first excitement that I had of like having books and like close to me. Because even when I had them, it had to take like so much for me to go an extra mile to look into different sources, different authorities, and find laws that actually apply, which wouldn't have been the same case like if we're doing physical learning, because I would have just got like textbooks for like notes for teachers, and I just like do that, follow what they taught and all that. So I feel like there's going to be like a great transition which you can actually like take, because I've been questioning the grade thing. Like grading, like sitting in class, because sometimes they don't make sense. People just do exams to like pass and get that 80%. But yesterday it felt like I was actually learning. I felt sensible for the first time, I can say,
when you talk about grades, there's something I've always shared, I think with the kids at home, but also with my friends. You know, like the education system kind of puts us all in one basket. Yet when you join life, it's actually not like in one basket. You're going to be measured based on a lot of things, that are not just like like what marks did you achieve on this subject. Yeah, like you're going to be graded on like your personality, how you interact with people, how fast are you at solving problems, like how do you think critically, how professional are you. And grades are really based on like how much can you cram. Yeah. Because most of us really don't understand these things, but you go burn the midnight oil and cram, and then come 8 in the morning, get in that examination, and like just put out everything that you've crammed. And after that paper, trust me, you leave everything you crammed there.
Exactly.
Like most of the times I don't remember the things I used to learn, apart from the subjects that I was passionate about and really like studied, not like to cram, but because I enjoyed the concepts. And the education system is so stuck on the grading that people struggle when they leave the world of like the education and join the world of work. They struggle to like understand that the world of work doesn't need grades. It needs you to test all the things that make you an easier person to work with or an innovative person. What do you think as an educator?
Yeah, that gives me so much joy that we've started like realizing that grades actually are important just to keep track of what we are doing, but they shouldn't be the ultimate thing that we use to measure our progress. One of the things I like about students is reinforcing the growth mindset, like how much improvement have they made. If someone started from 0 and now they're at 5, and someone was at 5 and stayed at 5, it's good to reinforce the person who has actually made very much improvement, because that is what learning is. That is what learning should do to you. So us acknowledging people who have made so much progress actually encourages them to learn. Even if they all have the same marks, but them improving, that shows you that they're actually learning, that there is something added, value addition, regardless of who like, got 90 who got 89, depending on. So I feel like teachers should be able to recognize some of those things and be like, wow, last time you had 40, now you have 60. That is very
There's something like in high school, like we had people who would get the 18s, and like to some extent, like along the journey, someone would just give up. Like when you're waking up to read, they'll be like, you're the smart ones, you go and read. Me, like, there's nothing I can do. Yet, if they were tracked on the progress they are making, that if last time they got 5%, and this time they have gotten a 20, that's progress.
That is like, wow.
So, you're able to track what did they do differently this time that has improved to 20. But then if you're going to cane the person because someone in the class got 90 and the other one has gotten 20, yet they have improved, of course someone is going to hate the system. Like the system is already against them, right?
And I know someone could say that we actually already have some of these things, because if you're to look at, like, of course not like for secondary and lower high school, like at university we have research works, we have group works, we have these courseworks that give you access to these materials, like I was saying, the experience I was having with online. But to be honest with ourselves, that just takes 30 marks. Just 30 marks. And the rest goes to this examination where you're going to sit and just drop all the things you've crammed, all the sections that you've crammed if you're doing law, all the formulas you have just crammed. So imagine, and if I'm to be honest, what I realized is that with these other subjects, with these other where they just let you go into critical thinking and discover things on your own, you actually learn so much. Because the things I've researched on, I'm so confident about them, other than things I attempted in the examinations. Actually, the time I even leave the examination, most times I don't even remember what I did, what I wrote. Yeah, someone asks you and they're like, so for question this one, what did you what did you do? How did you approach it? And you're like, man, I don't know. Like, you're just on pressure, just writing, remembering like the things. But yesterday,
and yet the idea is for you to learn these things
Exactly.
such that you can use them even 5 years, 7 years down the road.
Yeah.
The other thing I noticed, like when because like I'm like her, like the invigilator of the exams.
During the online.
So during
like,
the online exam, one thing I noticed is, like she was so stressed the weekend before. Oh my God, I haven't read, bichi.
Yeah.
And then the first paper came on Monday, and I realized she actually puts in much more work than she would have put in if she woke up at 5 and read. Because she was like getting different documents, asking me like, what do you think about this? We had like to call land surveyors. She was doing some
I hope they don't say I copied.
no, like opinions, getting different opinions. So like we ended up calling like this surveyor, and she like talked through with like the research she
I
had
felt
made.
like a lawyer for the first time. Like I solved a real issue.
Yeah, the research she had made, and then like her opinion, and this person also was able to tell her like what actually usually happens on the ground. And at the end of the day, she was more confident, but also I think she will be able to remember it even after. So for me, I saw like this whole system kind of challenges the cram work, that someone is not going to only base on what the teacher gave them, but they are going to go an extra mile to research and find out, and also ask people around. Because we did all these courses, but we actually never much interacted with the people who were in the field until like internship. Or like until until like we join the world of work. That's when you like are able to see someone who is already doing what you're doing. But yet the journey can begin as early as as soon as you know that I'm going to do engineering, and you are attached with someone who does engineering, and you're able to engage them in your coursework. It doesn't mean that you give them your papers to do them for you, but you can always ask and consult, and they're able to guide you, right? So for me, it's really challenges the cram work, but I also saw critical thinking at play.
When you talk about critical thinking,
Yeah.
the kind of learning that online learning is encouraging is something called the flipped classroom model. So where the teacher doesn't give you all the answers, what they do is
exactly.
okay. So guys, we are going to do a topic about electricity. So go and research what is electricity, some topics, just guiding words, and then everyone goes out and does their own research. So that enables everyone to have their own mind, pick what they think is important to them. And the next time the teacher comes to class, is not saying, okay, electricity is this and this. Rather, it's like a discussion, it's a conversation.
Yeah, and you can challenge the teacher as well. depending on the different
So today
perspective.
something interesting happened basing on what you have said. We had the same question. Actually, most of the questions we are having, we've not really sat in class like to discuss them with lecturers. There are topics we have not even like sat with them, and yet we opted to attempt them. Why? Because we have a variety of like resources, and we can put in a lot of efforts to get information from different places. So we realized that however much we were doing the same question, people approached it differently. People gave it a different like direction, but which is also justified. And it would have been different if we were doing it from school. Because there you're in class and the lecturer comes and says, okay, easements. This is about easements. These are types of easements. They are created like this. And you just have to like take that. Like that's the end of it all.
The gospel truth.
Yeah, the gospel truth. Like
also
Shiva
something
says.
you mentioned, like your different perspectives, only the teacher gets to know about them when they're marking in normal circumstances. But I've had these guys like they call and someone is like, I'm doing number 1 and I'm approaching it this way. And then you can justify, no, me, I'm approaching it this way because of this and this and this.
Yeah.
So you're able to learn from your peers without like, like even having to go through their paper. But if it was a test, they all sat in an examination room. Of course, it's only the teacher who gets to see, the lecturer who gets to see all these opinions and all.
That different people have.
Which is something really interesting. When we were learning, when I was still in the STEM field and tech education, there's something we used to say over and over again. Critical thinking, 21st century skills, and all that. What is the other thing? Problem solving. But like
Creativity.
you would do them in these extracurricular activities like robotics, computer programming, like those things. But then when you go back to school and try to engage, like integrate those things, it would not work because the system was not open to that kind of thing. So me, I think this is the right time for us to start engaging and like developing these 21st century skills before we even go back and get lost to in the old education system. I don't know if things will go back to normal.
I don't want them to.
But we should take advantage, we should take advantage of this time and start implementing. As learners, we need to take advantage, but as educators and like as administrators and the government, I think we need to take advantage of this time. They say every crisis is like brings an opportunity. I think we should take up this opportunity and like take it and implement. By the time schools are open and all that, students should find things have changed, because we can never wait for like the government to bring another curriculum or what. Things are built by like one by one makes a bundle. We start slowly and build on it. By the time kids go back to school, already things would have changed, and it's easy to go back like and do all these things we be dreaming about in STEM and the 21st century skills. For me, actually, what I see them doing, it's something we used to do like in the night. You go on YouTube and learn all these new things. You never get to do them in the class.
And also remember,
but they are the things that they are the things that taught us so much. The other day Shiba was telling me how most of the things she knows, she learned on her own. It's not stuff she learned from the class.
That's true.
Which is exactly what Sabrina is going through. But now you have a system that can support you. Those days
it was
different. Shiba to take initiative.
Yeah.
But now you have a whole class of other people and your own lecturers to support you on that. So I think we should take it up and
embrace it.
Embrace.
So I'm just going to say something briefly about the hair. You see how it all looks so beautiful and so
nice.
straight.
Oh yeah,
and
thank
so
you. Ladies, I think I said so much, but these ladies, she's an expert in STEM and tech education. I think she needs to give us the gist of this, and she works with young people from as young as preschool to like university. So I think and her company they are already implementing some of these things. If like you haven't done them, I think she would be the best person to guide you as a parent, as a teacher, as a learner, and as a policy maker. I think she's going to be winding up.
So from my perspective, I would encourage teachers, policymakers, curriculum developers to embrace individuality. So that is, make people make research, let them come up with their own ideas, because that's what the real world is about. everyone has to give their opinion. So developing it early and ensures that everyone is confident in what they are saying, and they are not intimidated when someone makes a different opinion, gives a different opinion. So everyone respects everyone's opinion, everyone is open to learning, and I'm all for that.
So I feel like she has said what I would have said as a student. So I'm going to maybe conclude with the other part, which I did not really go much into, as a change maker and a person who is passionate about education. What I would really wish for the future is that I don't think we should actually like completely close physical learning, but I feel like the education sector can actually find ways to blend physical learning and online learning, or even if it doesn't happen, but they get like a lot from, they learn so much from what we are experiencing in the online, but definitely we really want them to be blended. And then also I think there's going to be need for so many edtech solutions, because if we are to now start embracing it, that means we won't have to like wait for the education system or the government to actually make these things happen. So individuals, entrepreneurs, people like Shiba, people like Phyllis who are programmers, very good ones.
You had to.
People like me who are problem solvers. I think we are really going to all like take part and make sure that this actually becomes a success.
Interesting. For me, really, as someone who is very passionate about learning, I think even for people who are out of school, they can take advantage of this.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, I've been trying to apply for masters for years now. But I also know that there are courses you can be doing in the meantime that are free of charge, which I've tried out. But of course, most times you're lazy and you keep saying, I want to go like full-time student. But you can actually learn on the internet. Most times when someone asks me something, when I don't know, I just go to Google and ask that same exact thing.
I have a friend
and
who
then I
sends
do
me
it
to Google every time.
I do it, and everyone is like, but you girl, how did you know that Google is your friend? Uncle Google. Some of us, the degrees we have, we should share them with Google.
So different, but that's a conversation for the next time, because we are Google. Like,
and remember, any change in life starts with an individual. Don't wait for your teachers to make these changes. Start with yourself, the people around you, and you'll see how you will end up changing the world around you. So step by step and consistency. Don't watch one video and then you run away. No, consistency is very important. But I'm so glad that we've had this conversation. It was a bit messy, but guys, people, oh my! Someone might think actually I broad ride, right?
Yeah, which you didn't.
And like,
actually,
it feels so soft and like,
it looks broad ride. Also, the flexi rods from Oyara.
Oyara UG.
Yes, Oyara UG. They also do something like this. They straighten the hair, but also they give you this look of like straightened and like curly, wavy kind of thing. So you should check them out. We'll put the link in the comments. So guys, thank you so much for making the time to join us. Thank you to Shiba. We really just hijacked her. We actually have something coming up with Shiba.
Yes.
So just, just wait. Thank you guys for joining us. We are always glad to share these conversations. Guys, we don't just do this on the camera. These are the people who create these conversations. And they are the ones who inspired the last conversation. So thank you very much. Enjoy learning. Enjoy checking out all those platforms that you can learn from. introduce your children, your nephews, your nieces to this kind of learning.
For students, be
Yeah.
open-minded and embrace yourself. Don't just wait for teachers
Yeah.
to give you knowledge and all that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.